Yes, 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 yes. Happy Turkey Day. We got a special show planned for you guys today. Views from the 22 live on the scene. And as you can see, we got a full screen today. We got the Godfather himself, Ron the Hitman Jr., Germ So True, Vic Jr. We'll start with the Godfather. J Ham, say what's up to the people. Let them know how you feeling today.
People, what's happening? I feel like watching some football. How about y'all? Might get a little something to eat too, eventually when my plate get here, because we're not assembling as a family. So I just kick it around. I'm not gonna hold the rock long. I just kick it back to Chef, let him point guard, or better yet, in this case, quarterback.
There
The
you
scene.
go. There you go. Germ So True. Talk to the people. How you feeling today?
First of all, I don't like ham or turkey, so let's just start there.
Wow.
Uh, I just want y'all to know if you want to satisfy Germ on this day, all you gotta do is just bring some chicken. That's all I
Hey,
gotta
bro.
say. But that being said, I'm gonna swing it down to my guy, Big Shot Ron. Go ahead, holler at the people, man.
Hey, this is my maiden voyage on the views from the 22 pregame. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm just here filling in. Um, Happy Thanksgiving for y'all. Happy thank to you, your family, and everybody. Be safe, be blessed, all that good stuff. Let's get to it, man. Let me swing it over somewhere between the Bronx, Hartford. He might be in Harlem. He might be in Dansbury. We don't know where he's at, but it's our main man, Vic. Vic, what's happening, man?
Yeah, Dan, shout outs to those guys in Dansbury, man. There's just pretty cool peoples out there. But nah, man, Thursday, Thanksgiving. Just wanted to give a shout out just to, kind of put everything into perspective, put life into perspective, family and things like that. Shout out to the family of Marcus Paul, Cowboy strength and conditioning coach who passed away.
Mhm.
The story is still kind of not fully out there as to what exactly happened. You can always speculate. Seems like they were hoping for him to wake up at one point because they did say he died, but then they said he was alive, and then they said that he died the next morning. So there's a lot of story. But me as a strength and conditioning coach, and that's somebody that I've read some of his work and stuff like that he put out there. I have from my experience at Central Connecticut. Shout out to him and his family and stuff. And this Thanksgiving now they have their father that is not going to be there around them for Thanksgiving. And the Cowboys play today, so we'll see how they come out. It's an interesting situation there. So
Hey, I think 2020 has most definitely been the year of putting things in perspective. I think 2020 vision has a whole different meaning now after this year, and we grateful, we thankful. Hug your loved ones. Pray for anybody who you feel like you have any love to, and we'll get through this one day at a time. But certainly, Vic, I understand why you wanted to shout that out. A little personal matter to you.
yeah,
So shout out to all the strength and conditioning coaches who do their part in getting these spectacular athletes ready to
mm-hmm.
go week in and week out. So let's dive into it. We got a quick show, but a full show. We're going to do these two games that are on today. Unfortunately, the third game, the main event game, has been postponed for Sunday. I say unfortunately, but really it was the right thing to do. I know the Steelers players were a little upset about it on Twitter. I don't know why they're so upset about it, to be honest with you. I think it's just the way it is in this world right now. And we just got to accept that these type of things are going to happen. And it is for the best interest of everyone involved. So as
Well,
far as these,
the reason why from one perspective was Juju's perspective was interesting, where he just basically said, "Look, y'all took away our bye week for one team that didn't take care of the COVID protocol, and then y'all come back and y'all cancel our game this week because another team didn't take care of their business for protocol." He's like, so basically, in so many words, he's putting the onus on people not taking it serious, and their organization taking it serious and doing what they're supposed to do. Which, in fairness to the Steelers, they've done what they were supposed to do. We haven't seen a lot of COVID tests and a lot of negatives come out of that camp. So I think
that's a
that's the
little,
perspective.
we'll leave that for Sunday. We'll leave that for Sunday. We'll
Mm-hmm.
leave that for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
'Kay, that's a little tough, because this thing is, it's hard to really control it. But I know people who've been doing everything they're supposed to be doing and somehow contracted this virus. So It's a little tough, but again, I just think we can't all say what about me because it's really a thing of, well, how do we get through all this? So again, let's dive into the games. We'll leave that for Sunday. That's an interesting topic though, Jerm. As far as these two games are concerned, Houston versus Detroit, and then FC Washington versus Dallas. Believe it or not, this is damn near for first place, y'all. 3-7 each. We'll start right there. If you don't know by now, I am jumping on the Alex Smith FC Washington bandwagon for a number of reasons. Number one, I'm rooting for Alex Smith. Number two, I'm rooting for Ron Rivera. Number three, they got a really good, young, solid squad. And number four, the Eagles have a tie in their record, which means they better not make the playoffs because you don't deserve it when you punt to tie in the National Football League. Over-under in this game is 52.5. Over-under is 46.5. Dallas -3. Andy Dalton is again a go today. Vic, let's kick it off with you. Just give me your quick thoughts and predictions on this one.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, both teams seem to be somewhat healthy as it pertains to the guys that have been available in recent weeks. I mean, this is a tough matchup. The Cowboys did have a pretty good win against Minnesota this Sunday. Washington also won. So, I mean, this is a NFC East battle. I expect a good game. I expect them to go at it. I don't expect nobody to blow out anybody. So, it should be a good game. I see everybody for the offensive side as good fantasy options, as in CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, and then Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson for sure against the Cowboys. So look out for those four guys. I think there should be some good fantasy if you need anybody in fantasy.
Okay. Jerm?
I'm not rooting for Alex Smith. I'm not rooting for none of them. No. You kick a better quarterback on the bench. Better quarterback. Long term. You kick the better quarterback on the bench. I'm not doing that. All right, but first of all, FC Washington still trash on offense because they still struggle to score. And the next thing, the thing that makes this even more interesting is defensively, that's where I like them the most, is because that front seven. And I think the front seven still has a little bit of room to improve with the linebacking core. But you can attack this secondary if you get a little time. And Dallas, you've been improving a little bit over these last few weeks with the offensive line play. Today is a real test because you're gonna have two guys on the edge that you're gonna have to deal with to combat with the Bama boys on the inside. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. Hey man, I'm gonna pass it to you before I make any predictions because that's where I'm at today.
Okay. I mean, what's the Jay, Big Shot? Anything you want to add to this conversation?
I'm a steal a little bit from my man Myron. Usually Myron covers, the odds aspect of the game. So yes. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't bet money. Maybe bet a second help in the dressing on the under today. But don't bet real money because I'm not gonna bet. But maybe bet a second help in the dressing on the under. Jerm hit on it. Washington has struggled to score no matter who's played quarterback. And I think Washington's defense is good enough with their front line to keep Dallas at around 24-27. So what was the under?
46.5.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable with 46.5 in the under.
Yes.
Bet a second help in the dressing on
it. Yeah. Jay.
And we are about to see a 10-loss division winner in the NFL. From this, that's all I really got for this one. Will I tune in? I probably will, for the simple fact that, shout out to U-verse, first of all, because last week when the Packers and Colts was on, it was on the guide. It's listed that was going to air in our market. I flip it over to Fox 13, and lo and behold, we have the Cowboys and Vikings. So I sat and watched. I hung out. And it was actually, it was slothfully entertaining. They laid it down. They were making big plays. CeeDee Lamb was making big plays. And just as we going back what Vic was talking about with the skill guys, it's like, we got a nice array of skill guys on the field today. Let's see if they can make some things happen. Granted, the quarterback play can be touchy, but hey, once again, it's going to be a 10-loss division winner. What more can we expect?
as you can see with the slowness of the quarterbacks, the receivers have to make better plays. So
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like that CD adjustment that he did in the end zone was impressive.
That was nice. Yeah, that was nice.
I doubt for a rookie, that was probably the most impressive catch I've seen in a very long time. That the degree of difficulty on that catch is underrated. To your point, Jay, about those 10 loss division winners, if you look at the AFC alone, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with 7 wins that are probably going to finish with more than 10 wins. And one of those teams is more than likely not going to make it, even with the additional 7th seed. So that's to show you the difference. Again, before it starts, I don't want to hear get rid of division winners, because the NFL will never do that, because division rivalries, division games are best for business, and they would never get rid of the significance of a division winner. All that being said, like I said, man, I'm on this Washington bandwagon. I know they're struggling to score more than 20 points a game, but they also have an ability to keep teams under 20 points a game. Big Shot, I'm with you. Definitely go with the under. Maybe bet an extra thigh, an extra leg, something, because I am more than confident it is going to be under. Give me FC Washington. I think if they stick to the running game and they just run it right down Dallas's throat all day, run 35, 40 times and hit some quick screens and eventually take your shots, I think there's some things there for Washington to take advantage of. Give me Washington 19-16. Germ?
Look, man, I'm gonna make it real easy, Chief. Mac and cheese me, please. That's what we here for. Listen, Thanksgiving without macaroni and cheese and dressing is way more important, because sometimes we put chicken in our dressing. It just depends on where you come from. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry. With that being said, just to clear that up for people in the comments who are talking about my lack of turkey and ham, I don't need all of that in my life, because we got the ham, which is the Washington Redskins today, which I don't like. And we got these turkeys, which are the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, these giant turkeys. You see that?
I got you, Germ.
But with that being said, hey, man, give me the Cowboys today. Today. I think that 3 wide receiver set is going to give this Washington football team a lot of issues. I think with CeeDee Lamb and with Amari Cooper, with Zeke, I think Zeke should have a pretty good game today. I just think overall Dallas can score more points.
Yeah.
I think Andy Dalton right now is a little bit better than what Alex Smith is, and I just think ultimately the weapons are a little bit more, plentiful for the turkeys.
Yeah.
So you should be eating more turkey than ham anyway today.
Vic?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Washington will be able to pass their season average in scoring today, just because they're playing the Cowboys defense. But I still think the Cowboys take this game. They just have more offensive firepower. So yeah, give me the Cowboys on this one.
All right. Big Shot, Ham. Any predictions you want to give out?
Give me the Cowboys.
Damn.
Give me the Cowboys today. I just don't trust FC Washington to score 2 touchdowns. I think that defense will hang in there as long as they can, and then eventually they just on the field too much. So give me Dallas today.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one in the Salvation Army bucket as well, like T.O. did that year on Thanksgiving. Put that one in for the Cowboys. They'll improve to a thriving, 4-7?
Yeah.
It's good luck.
Hey, shouts out to April. I ain't never had her bacon wrapped turkey. Okay, well, guess what? This is why we try new things. But I just want y'all to know, it just is what it is.
You wrapped the whole. We're gonna talk about that bacon wrapped turkey later too, April, because you wrapping the whole turkey on this. I just gotta know.
Yeah,
She showed it. She showed it on her 24-hour story. So I told her I need a turkey wrap one.
Oh, there we go. Vic plugged in.
I need a turkey bacon one.
Members. Shout out to the comments real quick. Tanya's in there. She was the leadoff hitter today. Shout out to April, as Jerm mentioned. Josh Storm's in the building. Tanya says free Deshaun. That's a great segue to what we're going to talk about next. Jeff Howman in the building. Shout out to you, Jeff. Victor Mino. Tanya just all in the comments. Her and April. Leon. Dion's in there. Jorge is in there. Trav in there. Matt in there. Chris Ransom is in there. Shout out to you, Chris, and Draft Utopia and all the good work you guys do over there. We appreciate you being here. As Tanya mentioned, free Deshaun. As Big Shot constantly says, protect 4. The Houston Texans are now 3-7 after their win over New England last week. Today, they got the 4-6 Detroit Lions. Last week, they played the Patriots. This week, they played the Junior Patriots. Over-under is 52.5. -3 are the Texans. Again, I'm going with who I want to win today, not necessarily what the matchup dictates. I want to see Houston win this game for a number of reasons. 1, Detroit is slow. 2, Detroit is not very good. 3, Detroit is bad. Give me Deshaun. Give me Houston. I hope they play better. I hope they continue to execute better and utilize Cooks and all those guys. And that defense, look, I'm not saying they're better. I'm saying they're better than what they had when Bill O'Brien was there. So give me Houston because I think Detroit is just pitiful. Germ.
So it's like this for me. Y'all know how every year what we have that one thing that half the family is split on and that we don't really like. Houston is the cranberry sauce of the NFL. Yes. They are definitely an acquired taste. So I don't think necessarily that I would want personally, I don't put it on my plate. I don't want it. Baby boy, baby girl. I'm gonna tell my mother today, baby girl, don't put it on my plate. That's what I'm gonna tell her. And in that voice. So with that being said, I think Houston is one of those teams where they have a spectacular nucleus of receivers here. And I say the nucleus is spectacular, even though they don't have Hop. I like Will Fuller with Brandon Cooks and with Randall Cobb and with they have another guy, Kenny Stills. I like those four receivers that they do have. It's just not a deep Hop involved, but I think moving forward, I think what they wanted to do was they wanted to transition away from some of the big cap numbers that D-Hop was going to actually get, which is fine. Here's the thing about this game that's going to be real interesting. It's going to be interesting to see there's no DeAndre Swift today. And he is the guy who's been receiving most of the carries this year and most of the looks and touches because he provides you value on all 3 downs. So now what we're going to get today is we're going to get a more steady helping of Adrian Peterson, who's like the dressing. So at the end of the day, dressing is fulfilling. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be reliable. If you don't get a good play to dressing, it just is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the run defense today because New England did not run the ball very well against this team last week. For whatever reason was, I don't know what it was, but you said the Junior Patriots. I don't expect if the Junior Patriots can run the ball better, I would be a little shocked. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still picking Houston to win the game, though. I just want y'all to know. I just like to throw a little misdirection in there just to, show y'all that the motion offense is still working. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. But with that being said, give me Houston today. I think Houston can win today 27-13.
All right. Wow. That's a pretty statement score there. 27-13. It'll be good for them, though.
Better week because what do they? There's no Kenny Golladay today either, or he's questionable.
I don't think he's playing.
Nope. And you said it in Midnight Views. What 5-6 weeks ago? Kenny Golladay is to the Lions the same thing as some of these other receivers are to Devontae Adams is to Green Bay. So
absolutely,
go ahead, Vic.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
No, you good. I mean, you covered it well, bro.
Yeah.
It's right now, like, Houston has been on a streak where they got 300 passing yards, and Detroit have not been able to stop the pass at all, along with the run. So I'd be shocked if they're able to pull out this win against Houston. Houston has been the better team the last several weeks. Like you said, you got DeAndre Swift and Kenny Golladay, who would have been very good plays, fantasy purposes this week, but they're not available. So Matt Stafford and whoever is left is gonna have to pull out, some magical tricks today to try to win this game. But I got Houston. I think they win convincingly in this game. It might be the slaw game of the week at Ham Boys.
Big Shot, anything you want to add to this?
I'm riding with Germ on this one. I'm gonna tie us there quick. Turkey is kind of whack, and Detroit is Turkey. They appear on our screen every Thanksgiving. And it's like, we got to eat this turkey again, but we're going to eat it because it's there. And that's Detroit. So I'm taking Houston today. And to tie back to Mo, I'm taking it for some reason, Mo. I think Matt Patricia is so overrated as a coach. And I think his attitude, for lack of a better word, toward his own team is terrible. And when you have an overrated coach with a terrible attitude toward his own team, you shouldn't win anything. So I'm not sure. Give me the over. You can bet another helping of mac and cheese on that over. I think Houston rolls them up today. I really think it may not get out of control, but I think Houston rolls them up. Give me Houston. Give me the over, mac and cheese on that one.
Hey, you hit the nail on the head with everything you said about Matt Patricia. Jay, anything you want to add to that?
Big Shot beat me to the Matt Patricia punch, which is cool because I didn't really feel like giving much slander out today. I just got jokes. My only real interest in this game, aside from none, would probably be who's going to have more wins at the end. These two or the NFC East winner? Talking about the 10-loss club here, y'all. I mean, and one side of the 10-loss club, they're going to get to play in January. Might not get to play for long, but they'll be there.
They will be there.
As far as the winner, man, Houston, just because, number 4, man, dude was Mac, man. Even in dire and trying circumstances, dude is, hey, man, I ain't got to say no more about dude. He just that.
And he is in a terrible situation, and I hope it improves rapidly. I heard that not DeMaurice Smith. I'm sorry, a guy that lost his name. Their former GM for the Rick Smith for the Texans. I heard he is in the lead to be the Falcons' new GM, which will be good. He more than deserves to be back in the league. But I think if I'm Houston, I will swallow my pride and say, hey, we apologize. Here's a bigger contract.
Right.
Let's get you back in this building. And it worked out for Howie and the Eagles after the whole Chip Kelly debacle. And there's no reason why it can't work out for the Texans. I think Rick Smith, he has proven to be an exceptional roster constructor, if that makes any sense.
And their culture was way better than what it is under Rick than what you have now. Not to say that it was perfect, because even Ed Reed had questions about it at that particular time. But then we was also talking about Ed Reed, who was on his way out. So just the mentality at that point. But Rick Smith actually made the Texans relevant, from the football standpoint. Made them a contender. So I agree with you on it.
And remember, I think a lot of people were more towards like iffiness about the owner who just passed away and his attitude on certain things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
The inmates gonna run this asylum, Chief.
There you go. That was the quote. And that was all right. That basically covers these two games. We're gonna get into it now. The first power rankings of the year by views from the 22 and the scene. Now, I put this one together myself, but the guys, and I haven't told anybody what my list is, but we're going to just put them off, and the guys are going.
You want me to tell them before or after?
Well, you go ahead, Jay. No, you can introduce it. Go ahead.
I'm going to let you introduce it, but I'm just going to give them a disclaimer. Make your own goddamn list.
Yes. So we're gonna type this up later, and it will be.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, and
I got a meme for that too, Jerry.
I believe it, Jay. You got a meme for everything. There is no, you know how like Germ is jukebox Germ, and I could come with a Jay-Z bar for anything. Jay comes with a meme for any situation you can possibly imagine.
I'm inspired by Victor Mino.
Yes. Shout out to Victor Mino. All right, let's get into these power rankings, y'all. Number 32, no surprise, the New York Spirit Airlines. They ain't win a damn game yet. Number 31, Duval Jaguars. I'm gonna call them Duval Jaguars because they only got one win, and that is just unacceptable. Matter of fact, we might call them the Orange Park, I think is what it's called down there. I can't even remember. But Jacksonville, you get you a quarterback for the long term, Chief, and don't overdraft Blake Bortles again. Cincinnati Bengals, they rank in as 30. I almost didn't want to put this team on the list, not because of how bad they are, but because of how much they failed to protect Joe Burrow. And I don't know if it's going to be a knee-altering injury, a career-altering injury, but we just praying for you, Joe. Number 29, the New York Giants. Jay could probably remember this because he is the historian. You could go back for about 4 years now, basically ever since we started doing this. I think the Giants have consistently been the 29th ranked team on our list, honestly. They just happen to be there every time. Number 28, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, you could say maybe they should be higher, but when you look at the talent and the level of disappointment that comes with it, I'm not being nicer than 28 to them. Number 27, I put FC Washington, but they are trending up. And if they win today, I might bounce them all the way up to 23, 24 on my list. Number 26, the Dallas Cowboys, simply because of the quarterback situation and the not so good defense. Matter of fact, the below par defense. And again, talent is there, but the expectations and the disappointment, I'm not putting them any higher. The Houston Texans, the ranking as 25, they cannot stop the run to save their lives, okay? It is gravy through whatever you want to call it when you run the ball against that defense. It just flows right through it. Anybody could run the ball at will. Well, any good football team, which leads me to my next one. Oh, no, they're a little further down. Never mind. San Francisco 49ers coming in at 24. The only reason they're at 24 is because of the injuries. I know I said they were going to have a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover. I did not expect it to be like this, but believe it or not, they're still 4-6, which would put them first place in the NFC East. Number 23, the Detroit Lions. This team is the epitome of average and stuck in average. They just stay stuck in average. And shout out to Matt Stafford. Yeah, maybe he needs to go, but right now he needs to stay because the person to replace him is not in that building quite yet. Number 22, the Philadelphia Eagles. You want to talk about disappointment? I don't even know if disappointment is the word. Discouraging is more the word for the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 21, the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm not going to put you in the top 20, Chief, simply because you guys keep celebrating ways to lose, and I just don't get it. All right. Number 20, by far the biggest drop in the history of power rankings, the New England Patriots are number 20 on my power rankings. They have not been past 3 ever since I started these things, and now they are at 20. The dynasty no longer exists. Brady is gone, and quite frankly, Brady and Belichick not being there, I think, as you have seen, has had a huge impact on the National Football League. Without those two guys in the picture together, the whole structure of the league is just different. And we'll talk about that more in a, maybe Sunday or next week's show. Number 19, let me stop. Those are my first 12 right there. That's my tier. Well, no. Let me keep going. I'm sorry. Number 19 is Denver. Number 18 is Chicago. And number 17 is Minnesota. Number 16 is Carolina. And number 15 is the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to Brian Flores. Right there, 32 through 15, 2 tiers. Slaw, average, missing a few pieces before they can be good. Fellas, anything you want to add before I reveal 14 through 1?
Just really, really quick. The fact that Miami is 15 is a feat.
It is.
Because I thought coming into this season, if you had told me power rankings back in September, I would have said 25 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they're 15 with a shot to make the playoffs is that's what stands out to me on that segment of the power rankings.
All right, that's very good. That's a very, very, very fair analysis. Anybody else before I jump forward?
I would have thought that Philly probably would have been a little lower, but then at the same time, it's the like you said, the disappointment and discouragement
Mhm.
because you know what's there, you know what
Yes.
the potential could be, and it's just like y'all just ain't getting it done, man. Bottom line, you know, that's
Bottom
just
line.
kind of what it is.
Vic?
Power on.
I personally think it's a shitty start to this list, but I'm not gonna make my own. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got you for. But,
What do you hate the
no,
most?
it was good. I was just gonna say the lines should be 32B because I mean that's just after scoring 0 points last week. That you know it's
that's
sad.
fair.
It's sad, bro. It's sad
That's
to watch.
fair. You
It
can't.
ain't, it ain't 3rd and 41 sad, but it's sad.
Yeah,
But it's sad. It's sad. You can't score 0 points in today's league, man. You just can't
That's-
have it happen.
It's crazy.
But
I mean,
I think
they do have injuries, but you know,
sure. But more than anything, it goes to show what we keep saying about that Panthers defense that have 7 rookies playing for them. That defense is coming. That defense is coming. The Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis days, they will be returning, and it's going to be Shaq Thompson and Jeremy Chin as the quarterbacks of that defense. All right, so my next part of the list is 14 through 11. And 14 through 11 is a list of teams that are playoff contenders that might even beat a playoff team if they get in. But they are still a piece or two away from really being that cream of the crop category. And here we go. Number 14, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 13, the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 12, the Arizona Cardinals. And number 11, finally, after 20 years, have an identity, the Cleveland Browns. Yes, sir, Jay. Go ahead, Big Shad.
So I'm gonna just take that Baltimore Ravens thing. Is y'all are just really messing with Dion and
Yes.
That's all that is. Go ahead, continue. Germ, I know Germ has had lots of thoughts on what's going on in Baltimore for some time. Them being 14, I knew that was gonna happen.
Hey,
I knew.
Listen.
His reaction was great. Yo,
I mean it
Oh,
though.
God.
Big Shot. Listen, I said it in Midnight Views on Sunday. This team has problems, and it is going to continue to expose itself week in and week out. They're about to be 6-5. Like they're 6-4 right now. They're about to be 6-5. And then we don't know what's going to happen for the other 6 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? If they go 3-3, if they go 4-2, guess what? They're 9-7. I mean, how can I put them any higher when you got?
It's
you know what I'm saying?
There is definitely footballing reasons for them to be 14. But I knew it.
They're right there with the Miami Dolphins, bro. The Baltimore Ravens are right there with the Miami Dolphins, bro.
Yeah, the
What is
reactions.
that? What is that? We got reactions, Vic?
Dion said, leaves YouTube now with the stars around it. And then Latanya, you got love it with some exclamation marks.
Oh, man.
The first lady supports.
Yes. And Dion says, if you hate me, Mo, just say it. Hey, brother, I love you. I am not.
That's payback for that donkey.
Yes.
That's payback for the donkey.
Yes. Yes. Putting my boy as donkey of the week when you got the Lions who scored 0 points.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Because, that was, yeah. I mean, it's the people's choice on donkey of the week. But you get shut out by a team who's starting an XFL quarterback. Nah,
come on, son.
That should have went a different direction. So
an XFL quarterback with 7 rookies on defense.
Nah,
and a young offense too. That's a young offense. It's year 2 and 3.
Right.
Hey, he says the people voted. I am appealing to the 94 feet of life court, which is our Supreme Court in the scene.
Oh, y'all know it's them old feelings over here, Chief.
That's right. Dion, if that post gets taken down magically, don't write to me. Go blame Zuckerberg. All right.
Hey, but real quick though, shout out. I saw 2 people at the start of the season that even gave Arizona any life. You and Tanya. That's the only 2 that I saw. It may have been more, but just those 2 I saw with my eyes.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Arizona putting them at 12 was like that's a team I would have liked to put higher, but the secondary and the offensive line are hard to trust every week. And that's the only reason I'm putting them at 12. The reason I had to put Cleveland above them is because Cleveland has an identity. And
Yeah.
Cleveland has the best running attack in the league, even if I don't know what the numbers say, because it's film over feelings, like Jay said. But I just know they have the most potent running game in the league when Nick Chubb is healthy. And they're 11. They've never been higher than 17 on my list. So I got them at 11 right now. And it's because they have an identity. The Raiders, they love ball control, but there's not enough chunk plays in there. And the deeper you get into the season and eventually the playoffs, you got to start finding chunk plays as an offense. That's just the bottom line. If you look at it, if you don't find a way to get chunk plays, you're just not going to be very competitive when we get to late December and January. Number 10 through number 4 is going to be revealed next. And these are teams that are legitimate contenders. But I think in order for them to get to February, a lot of things have to go right for 4 weeks. And these are the following. Number 10, the Indianapolis Colts. They control the line of scrimmage and they keep everything in front of them on defense. The only reason they're not higher is because of Phillip Rivers. Number 9, the Tennessee Titans, who are 7-3. I love this team. What keeps this team from being a great team is they shoot themselves in the foot way too often. And for that reason, they are at the bottom of this tier. Number 8, the Buffalo Bills. Okay. Last year, I called them imaginary players. This single was 99 cents, not $4. They're like 250 this year, 225 maybe 299. Okay. They're not quite at that $4 range, but they're approaching it. Number 7, speaking of Bucks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 7 right there. It's not as bad as it looks, but it's not as good as it needs to be. There's just too much inconsistency. It's hard to see a mesh. They don't really have an identity, but if you look at it, they've scored 46, 38, and 45. And you know, throughout this season, it's just they've had the 3 against New Orleans, they had the 16 or whatever it was against Chicago, you know, and then they had the Rams, which they scored 24 points against. But I think you can see they left a whole lot of points on the field in that football game. I think it starts with 2 things. Number 1, the defense needs to be a little more consistent. That's number 2. Number 1, Brady's just got to be better. It's as simple as that for me. He starts playing better, they start playing better. And it's just that simple. It's just a matter of execution and having an offense that's structured. And right now, there's no structure to that. And that falls directly on Bruce Arians. Make no mistake about that. Number 6 on my list, the New Orleans Saints. Now, look, I'm putting them number 6 because of record, because of consistency, because of defense. And at the end of the day, they still got a tremendous amount of continuity with 2 Hall of Famers in Sean Payton and Drew Brees. I stand firm. I don't believe this team is a championship football team because I don't believe they have a championship culture. But I cannot deny the talent and I cannot deny the results. We're not even going to talk about the right-handed Tim Tebow. Number 5, the Seattle Seahawks. Without Russell Wilson and Jamal Adams, what are they? 7-3? They'd be about 4-6 without those 2 players. Maybe even worse. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. See? If Germ got this reaction and Vic got this reaction, I can't even imagine what's going on in the comment section. But don't worry, let me finish. Let me finish.
Tell him to make his own list. Tell him to make his own damn list.
That's right. That's right. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Yes, they have an elite quarterback. Yes, they got the beast that is Devontae Adams. They got a good offensive line. They got a really good defense. one major weakness. I don't know if they'll be able to stop the run when it matters most, which is, guess what? Ham, is that not what I've been saying about them for the last 3 years now?
Forever and a day.
Bruh, find a way to stop the run. Number 2, oh, wait a minute. We're going to stop right there. So those are the teams that are legitimate contenders in the same tier, Jeremy. Hey, Germ, I need to see your face from what I'm about to say next. Okay? Listen. We got to fight through these germs and stay true to the game. Otherwise, there ain't no merit to what we're saying.
Bars.
And this is coming from a dude that don't even watch battle rap, yo.
It's the Timberland, it's the Timbs, baby. It's the Timbs. You ain't not the goods in me, Vic.
Yo, he just did some name flips on you, Jern. Damn.
He would be trying to hang me with his Timberlands on. That's how we come back.
Yo, the comments is going crazy. So that's the tier 2, fellas. Anything you want to react on that? Indy, Tennessee, Buffalo, Tampa, New Orleans, Seattle, Green Bay.
First of all, I got a couple of things to say.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting, Vic.
I like because I heard I didn't hear a name that was.
I know.
I know. Seattle can't stop a nosebleed. Neither can Green Bay. Both quarterbacks are suspect when it comes up and at the end of the day. And on top of all of that, I don't care about seeing your hand. I don't care about any of that. We already know your quarterback is suspect. He's a man. Look, y'all know how I talk. Y'all heard me how I talk. Y'all know how I talk. So I ain't gonna even sit here and do it to the people. I'm just letting you know, Germ is giving you a notice, sir. I'll make my own damn list. I'm not like Vic. I'm not lazy like Vic. I'll make my own list. What you mean?
Right. Number 3 to 1. All right. These to me are the best teams in the NFL. And these 3 teams to me got a legitimate shot to actually make a run at a title. Yes, I am starting the number 3 with the Los Angeles Rams. And it's really simple for me. Did Big Shot leave? Oh, I know we got to get the thread up, Big Shot. We went way longer than we wanted to. Number 3 is the Rams for a number of reasons. Number 1, beef. Number 2, they got the 2 best defensive players in the land, Chief, and Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. And those 2 guys are making a world of a difference for this defense. But the biggest improvement, John FC, the biggest improvement to this Rams team is their ability to stop the run. Now they got depth on the running back committee as well. So on both sides of the football, that run game is a lot more dependable than it has been over the last year and a half, maybe. Number 2 and number 1. Here's the thing. I got a rule. I got a couple of rules when I make this list. Part of some of my rules are if you're undefeated, you got to be number 1. If you're the champion, if you're the defending champion, playing like a defending champion, you got to be number 1. Well, for the first time, I got both those things in play. So I had to flip a coin somewhat. I had to get in the lab and let the lab give me the edge on this one. Number 2 are the 10-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. And the reason I put them number 2 and not number 1 is because I don't know if they can run the ball to close the game when it matters most. They haven't showed me they can do that yet, and that is a crucial aspect. And if you don't know how crucial, see 28-3. Number 1.
Waiting for Tanya's comment real quick to just drop out of nowhere.
Number 1 is number 1 because of number 15, Chief.
Yeah.
That dude is different. If there is one person I see that is legitimately coming for the throne, that is legitimately coming for the top of the mountain, it is Patrick Mahomes. He is just different. I'm not even going to get into the scouting report. If you can't see it, I can't show it to you. And that defense can play at its best when it matters most. And they might have Juan Thornhill for this run this year. Hopefully they do. So I'm going with the Chiefs at 9-1 as the defending champions, as the best team in the land. And that's my list. Make your own, damn it.
That shit,
Get this dude, yo.
That laughing at true, man.
Yeah.
Mo Leslie. Show yourself, Jern. Boy.
First of all,
So hold on, real quick before he goes. Where's Vegas at?
Look at the damn
Vegas is
comments.
at 13.
Vegas is at 13. I must have missed it. My bad.
Vegas is at 13.
Yeah, you wasn't paying attention. You weren't paying
My bad.
attention.
I had to go. I have the turkey in the fryer. I have to check that. You know what I mean? Mind your business.
No. Vic, you probably burned the turkey.
No, it's in the air fryer actually.
Hey, I gotta take
coming out nice.
screenshots of these comments because there's so many, and we're gonna just have to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read all these. Fellas, reaction before we bounce off.
It's lit, bro. I just thought the Raiders were a little bit lower than that. Other than that, bro, I don't disagree. I mean, I'm going to disagree with Germ more. Questioning those quarterbacks in Green Bay and Seattle. Listen, we give them all the slander that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they still elite top 3 quarterbacks, man.
Yes.
I mean, it is what it is. Is it about the talent level at the position, or are they really that good? To me, I think they're really that good. But go ahead. Em.
I was just gonna say the beautiful part about the power rankings anyway is like they're in the moment. Mm-hmm. It's all about what you are feeling right here, right now. Record aside, but also record impacted. Mm-hmm. Everything else is just there. It's just okay when in the true power rankings. Well, I won't say the true ones. The true cats who do power rankings that actually know what they're talking about. They get in the lab. They break stuff down. They go find the mismatches, weaknesses, strengths of teams, everything else. And that's what it comes down to. A lot of these cats that make power rankings, they just watch the game broadcast every week and they watch SportsCenter and they watch Undisputed and they base their theories based off of that.
Mm-hmm. And they're rushing it to get to the next article.
And they're rushing it to get to the next article because they got to get the check for the first one and they got to meet the deadlines and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So. Yep. But when you got 2 football heads, which I'm looking forward to the true list.
Absolutely.
Give us one. Because it's going to go, and then it's like we done pissed him off. So he aggravated, he ready to eat, so just look at it.
I don't even want no food now. My list will be out by 4 p.m. today.
Oh,
he about to grind now.
And I'm gonna put on there, I am a mad black man in America.
Oh shoot. All right, y'all. That about covers it. We might come back later. 8:30. If anybody, because like I said, we see all the comments. Dion, April, Ty, Anthony, Trav. There's just so many comments. I took the screenshots because there's no game. If we want to do a reaction to my list and Germ's list and just an all-out fun show, we can go live at 8:30.
I think that would be fun.
Let's go. I got time today.
Let's go.
All right.
I will be back from my one. I'm the sole invite to my mother's house for dinner. I'll be back by then.
Okay.
So if we doing an 8:30 Eastern 7:30 joint, I'll be back. I will be home for that.
All right.
I may come. Listen. I'm gonna come live from an undisclosed location too.
There you go. So we're gonna be there tonight at 8:30.
Then he took your sin, Chef. Undisclosed location, just not
just being disrespectful.
Hey, F his couch in my big brother Les voice.
Listen, I won't be around. I got better things to do than listen to Germ again.
Wow.
Hey, guess what?
Let's get Les on with us too. Let's get Les on with us too.
Hold on one second. Hey, Vic, how do you mute yourself and then talking to the mic? What? What? Oh, okay. Yeah.
man. All right, so we got Trav, April, Tanya, KG. We got plenty of people down for this. So you're gonna have my list typed up, Germ's list typed up. If you want to come with your own list, come with it. Vic, if you're not there, I am letting you know right now. If you're not there, you are getting fined, sir. And we're gonna leave it right there. Enjoy your holiday, enjoy the family, enjoy the turkeys, the dressing, the yams, whatever you making on the table. Except for the potato salad. Don't put no potato salad on my table. Take us home, True.
22. Enjoy the game, and I'm coming.